U.S. President Donald Trump has said that the U.S. economy can slow down unless interest rates are lowered immediately. In a post on Truth Social, Trump criticized Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell for being too late and urged swift action to prevent economic stagnation. Reiterating his call for Powell to act now, Trump emphasized with costs trending downward as predicted and inflation nearly non-existent, the economy could slow without rate cuts. China has firmly opposed any deal between the United States and its trading partners that could compromise China's interest. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Commerce said that if such a situation arises, China will not accept it and will resolutely take corresponding countermeasures. Spokesperson added that the country has both the resolve and the capability to safeguard its legitimate rights and interests. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance has begun a 4-day visit to India to meet with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, aiming for an early trade deal to avoid steep U.S. tariffs and strengthen ties with the Trump administration. Modi and Vance are expected to review progress made on the bilateral agenda outlined in February when the Indian leader met President Donald Trump in Washington. It includes fairness in their two-way trade and growing their defense partnership. South Korea has announced that it found increased attempts to disguise foreign products as Korean exports, primarily from China, to avoid U.S. President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs. The South Korea Customs Service said that it had found 29.5 billion won worth of violations related to country of origin from the first quarter, with U.S.-bound shipments accounting for 97% of the total after a special probe last month. That compared to a total of 34.8 billion won worth of violations for all of 2024, among which U.S.-bound shipments accounted for 62%. Gold has surged above $3,400 to a record high as the dollar weakened and uncertainty over the economic impact of U.S.-China trade tensions spurred demand for safe haven gold. Spot gold rose 2.6% to $3,415.24 an ounce. Prices hit a record high of $3,424.25 earlier in the session. Meanwhile, the dollar tumbled as investor confidence in the U.S. economy took another hit over President Donald Trump's comments about Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. Oil prices fell nearly 3% on signs of progress in talks between the U.S. and Iran, while investors remained concerned about economic headwinds from tariffs, which could curb demand for fuel. Brent crude futures were down 2.8% at $66.03 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell 2.6% to $62.99 a barrel after setting up 3.54% in the previous session.